Hello everyone, this is Father Reggie Kanjapalli. It's Sunday, the 8th of November 2020. Our scripture today is the Gospel according to St. Matthew chapter 12 verses 1 to 13. At that time, Jesus went through the grain fields on the Sabbath. His disciples were hungry and began to pick some heads of grain and eat them. When the Pharisees saw this, they said to him, "Look, your disciples are doing what is unlawful on the Sabbath." He answered, "Haven't you read what David did when he and his companions were hungry? He entered the house of God, and he and his companions ate the consecrated bread, which was not lawful for them to do, but only for the priests. Or haven't you read in the law that the priests on Sabbath duty in the temple desecrate the Sabbath and yet are innocent? I tell you that something greater than the temple is here. If you had known what these words mean, 'I desire mercy, not sacrifice,' you would not have condemned the innocent. For the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath." Going on from that place, he went into their synagogue, and a man with a shriveled hand was there. Looking for a reason to bring charges against Jesus, they asked him, "Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath?" He said to them, "If any of you has a sheep and it falls into a pit on the Sabbath, will you not take hold of it and lift it out? How much more valuable is a person than a sheep? Therefore, it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath." Then he said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." So he stretched it out, and it was completely restored, just as sound as the other. "Look, your disciples are doing what is unlawful on the Sabbath." Jesus answered, "It's like the priests on Sabbath duty who are exempt from the rules of Sabbath. So it's about a God of exceptions. Although nature hates exceptions and monopolies, life is said to be like grammar. There are more exceptions than rules. We tend to make rules for others and exceptions for ourselves. While the young men know the rules, the old men, they know the exceptions. The only rule that has no exception is a rule that every rule has an exception. Thus, hungry David and his companions entered the temple and ate the consecrated bread, which was not lawful for them to do, but only for the priests. On account of that, no one cut their limbs or head. No one excommunicated them for blasphemy. No one lynched them. Jesus said, "The Lord desires mercy, not sacrifice." God is ready to wait for the return of his prodigal sons and daughters, but their self-righteous siblings have no patience. They have no mercy but cruelty. They think they will be rewarded for taking the lives of people who think differently or who need exceptions. See how the rules without exceptions cause grief and injustice. Please know, most people have got nothing against God. It is his fan club they can't stand. Be alone and show me your spirituality. When in company, you are just religious, not spiritual. Keep away from ridiculous teachings that can keep you satisfied with not understanding the world or God. You have the right to believe in what you want, but we have the right to believe it is ridiculous. Again, please know that your opinion is not our reality. Our doubts may be uncomfortable, but your certainty is ridiculous. It is easy for us to understand God as long as you don't try to explain Him. If you think Sabbath breakers should die, just one thing to tell you. It's extremely ridiculous to think you have the right to limit God to something you are capable to comprehending. But don't forget, God has revealed only so much of Himself as your mind can conceive, and the weakness of your nature can bear.